Well, hello, my nasties. Welcome to another diamond painting video, another episode of Sparkle Chat. Oh, she's so corny. I am. So what? So what? I'm tacky. I'm kitschy. What are you gonna do? I'm corny too sometimes. A lot of the times. Anyway, how are we? I hope everyone is doing well. I hope that you have enjoyed our first episode of Sparkle Chat, in which I did a whole lot of nothing but slap a whole lot of grays and whites down on this thing. Since then, I have completed quite a hefty little chunk of this diamond painting. We finally made it to the purples, which I was very much looking forward to. And today, it looks like we're going to get into some of the jewel. I don't know how long I'm going to sit here and film this. Today, I am thinking half an hour, perhaps 40 minutes or so. Whenever I start to feel a little bit sleepy, I'm trying to avoid the melatonin. It's creeping up on midnight here, and this is the time that I typically start winding down for the night. It's when I've already taken a shower, but it's when I do the teeth brushing and the makeup removal and the skincare and the this and the that, just to get ready for bed. And while I'm doing all of that, I pop the melatonin. However, what happens with melatonin is that, and I know I'm not unique in this, it happens to other people apparently, because it kind of annoyed me to the point of my having to Google it. And sure enough, I wasn't losing my mind, because it is a thing that occurs with melatonin, that once you take it for a little while it's still effective for me, I fall into such a deep state of REM sleep that my dreams become hideously unpleasant. And for the first time in my life, I have actually experienced nightmares. Not even nightmares, I mean proper night terrors, the type of dreams that wake you up with a start. You wake up like and heart palpitations, that kind of thing. Yeah, that has happened to me a couple of times. Nothing dramatic, nothing that you see in the movies where people shoot right up in their bed like, oh my god. No, but I definitely wake up with a little bit of like a start, and my heart is beating a billion miles per hour because I have terrifying dreams. Now, okay, to be fair, I have calmed down on the true crime documentaries and podcasts, because those were not helping. Okay, they were not helping at all. But now it has become the friggin' bizarro land of my brain at night. So one of the most memorable night terrors, and if I were to write them all down, which I probably should, like the Melatonin Diaries, right? One of the strangest, because typically when I have these night terrors, they're your standard fare. I'm being chased, I'm, being accosted in some way or another. So they're not distinct. They're not worth talking about. But I had a situation in a dream in which, and don't ask me how and where I come up with this stuff, but it just... So I'm in the middle of what I would assume is the African savannah, somewhere. I don't know where in Africa, I don't know how and why I got there. I just know that it is the middle of the African savannah. And I don't know what hour of the night it is, but it is pitch black. Pitch black, absolutely pitch black. I'm out in the wild in pitch darkness. And in the middle of the savannah, I am situated within a ranch house. Kind of a craftsman style ranch house. I'm not going to spend too much time describing what craftsman style ranch is, but if you look it up, you'll just craftsman style ranch house. Just a generic, nice, heavy, sturdy ranch house style. Very prominent in Southern California, where I'm from, so maybe that's one reason why that stuck in my brain. But that is neither here nor there. I'm stuck in a ranch house in the middle of the savannah. A ranch house has no business being there, a artist, or a rather craftsman style ranch house. But again, neither here nor there. But I'm stuck in this house, and this house has no doors or windows. Neither door, no window, or no window. Neither door nor window is present in this house. There is no light in this house. No lighting, no electricity. So it's the middle of the night, or at some point in the night, pitch dark, in a house with no doors, no windows, and scant furnishings. So I believe it was it a 2-bedroom house? I want to say it was a 2-bedroom house. And I am on top of a bunk bed. So I'm on the top bunk. And I'm terrified out of my mind because I can hear the wildlife outside. I can hear the hyenas. I can hear the lions. I can hear the zebras. I can hear the murderers occurring outside. And I'm just sitting there with no weapon, with no means of protection, on the top bunk of the second story of a craftsman home in the middle of the African savannah with no electricity. Are you laughing at me? Because that's a little ridiculous. Yeah, no, I agree. But those are the kind of terrors that my mind dreams up on melatonin. So your girl wants to wean herself off the melatonin for a few weeks before, or just to allow my chemicals to regulate. But my sleep schedule, though, I just don't know what to do anymore. And I was told by someone recently that maybe I'm taking too much melatonin, even though I'm taking a baby dose. I'm taking, I think, 5 milligrams it is. I don't know. Maybe I need to cut it in half. Maybe I should try that tonight. But anyway, that was a long story. But I hope it entertained or amused someone a little bit, because if it makes no sense to you, trust that it makes even less sense to me. If you have any weird melatonin nightmare stories, let me know down below, because I would be interested in hearing it. Because I noticed the pattern not right away. There were a few instances where I would wake up and I would think, what the hell was wrong with me while I was asleep last night? Like, what you were going through it? What was happening? And then I realized that, wait a minute, I've been taking melatonin every time I've had these dreams. It's got to be connected. And then I went on the Google machine, and sure enough, it is a common and easily explainable phenomenon. It makes all the sense in the world why it occurs, but it's very annoying. I had never, ever heard of such a thing occurring, so I'm glad that I thought, oh, this is weird. There might be a correlation. I should look it up. There's a cricket outside my window. If you've been hearing that this entire time, I apologize if it annoys you. I enjoy the cricket sounds in the background. It is a beautiful summer evening. Well, it'll be summer at the end of the month. Technically, it is not summer just yet. But it sure feels like it out in desert land. 105 degrees today. I know I have a lot of international watchers who don't know what Fahrenheit is, because apparently the properly civilized world uses Celsius, and I am not a math person. My math never maths, so I don't know off the top of my head the conversions. I'll have to think about it. I should practice my conversions, right? So I should tell you, it was 120 degrees today, and some of you in the UK are like, what does that even mean? You should be dead, right? Because in Celsius, that would be impossible. Well, I mean, depending on who you ask, I'm a bit of a monster, and I probably came from some circle of hell, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm a proper angel, so I don't know what you're talking about. Naysayers, how dare you? How dare you? She says as she pops little sparkly red diamonds onto a spooky, sparkly Batgirl with her talons, right? Oh, what an angel she is. With her spooky, gothy creations. Shut up, I am an angel. Ask my dog, he'll tell you. He'll probably be the first one to tell you, she's a monster, she's terrible. No, he loves me. I'm not bored. I hope this doesn't come across as my being bored. I had an extremely busy day today and I just feel good. I feel productive. This is admittedly the first time I have felt this productive in a while. I can't even tell you when. So hopefully I keep up this pace, because I would like to be at the level of productivity that I was at about 2 years ago. I've been out of whack since about this time last summer for reasons I've talked about ad nauseum in other videos. I won't get into it here, but I'm slowly starting to bounce back, which is, it's a good thing. It's positive. And it's fun to be bouncing back with my first ever licensed piece, right? My first licensed illustration. I do know that this diamond painting is a limited edition. However, I don't know what that means. I have not had the interactions that I have had with Diamond Art Club have been pleasant. They've been cordial. They've been respectful and wonderful, but I've never gone into details about what it means, you know, how many units go into production, if it's something is a limited edition, how long is it for sale, how many units are available, all of that sort of thing. I probably should, but I just have so many other things that I need to prioritize in my life right now that I haven't sat down to think about that and to pen an inquiry, because I want to, if I've learned anything within the previous couple of years, is that I have to be extraordinarily clear in every single one of my communications, no matter how banal they are, because someone will always misconstrue what I'm saying. Misconstrue it, misinterpret it, and it's just, oh God. Communicating with people is incredibly exhausting. It's much easier in person. As much as I don't like to socialize when I'm not in the mood, the thing is that body language and tone of voice will tell you a whole lot that someone needs to know, right? And attempting to express it in an email, ugh, it's just, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I dig this color of sparkly bits. Kudos to the render artists over at Diamond Art Club, because the way that they chose where to place the AB crystals is really cool. So the AB crystals are all over the little red jewel, the blood red jewel. I don't know, it's a ruby or whatever it is. The little gemstone jewel on her headpiece, and the AB crystals are also on the veins of the bat wings that are part of the headpiece, which is super. It's just a nice touch. Just as an artist, did I say as an artist? Oh, excuse me. As an artist. It's one of the little details that I notice and I appreciate very much. I think what I may do is stop filming for tonight. Actually, no, there's a huge section of ones over here. Never mind, scratch that. I was going to say we're going to stop and then I will film another part tomorrow. And then I'll just combine the different chunks of video until we have our 45 minutes or so of footage. Because I think we've only been doing this for about 15 minutes tonight. I don't know, something like that. But the initial plan, and I think I'm going to do this some days still, is I'm going to just sit through for a full 45 minutes with my little timer and use that. And then other nights like this where I can only squeeze in a few minutes, we'll just combine a couple of sessions, which I know you guys won't mind, but I just feel like I need to explain myself sometimes. I don't see how this would not be done by Halloween, though. That is the ultimate goal. I'm not putting myself under any kind of schedule or pressure. Why do people do that to themselves? You all, I will never understand the brain of adults who do this. Unnecessary pressure over activities that are meant to be just fun. People get precious with their coloring and they just put way too much pressure on themselves. It's not perfect. I didn't do this right. I screwed this up. Oh my God, I didn't color this fast enough. Oh my God, this is taking me forever. And apparently the diamond community is no different. I have been informed that there is quite a bit of overlap in coloring and diamond painting, or between coloring and diamond painting communities. And you guys, I just don't understand. Coloring is supposed to be fun. This diamond painting fiasco is supposed to be fun as well. It's cute. It's fun. This wouldn't be my first choice of activity, not because I think it's not fun, but it's because I don't like being told what to do. You know that. And this is, I mean, there's a very rigid structure to this, right? I'm being told what to do. This is a color. This is a symbol. This color goes in this symbol. And yes, I could do what I want and use my own colors and such, but this is my first diamond painting. I don't have other sparkly bits available, so I'm following the rules here. And that's what diamond painting is, right? It's following the rules. So it's cute and it's amusing, but it's definitely, it would never have been on my radar whatsoever if you all had not turned me on to it, and if you all had not asked me about creating diamond paintings. So you opened up my eyes to an entirely new world. What is happening with this wax? I would venture to guess that there are, as there are coloring fanatics out there, diamond painting fanatics who likewise set up entire craft rooms dedicated to this stuff. There are people who are obsessed with puzzles, and they have storage units full of puzzles. They have rooms dedicated to puzzles, the walls decorated with completed and sealed puzzles. Hobbies. People are out of control with their hobbies. They get obsessed. It's funny. It's cute. I'm looking forward to finishing this. I can't wait to put this on my wall. She will absolutely be on my wall. Well, then comes the whole situation of framing. I have the supplies, though. I have canvas stretching tools and a staple gun, because if you were not aware, eons ago, in what feels like a past life, I worked as a custom framer in a frame shop. So I have a little bit of know-how when it comes to stretching canvases and such. Plus, I was an art student, so I've learned how to stretch canvases and do all that. So I'll be able to stretch this on my own, so it will be inexpensive to do, because holy crap, is custom framing expensive. Even just stretching a canvas is super expensive. I would also assume that many diamond painters have probably learned that the hard way, right? And so they learn how to stretch their own canvases. I don't know, let me know if you're a diamond painter. On that question, if you are a diamond painter, let me know how long you've been involved in this diamond painting, because if somebody offered me $1 million right now and said, can you give us an approximate window of when diamond painting was created, when it came about, I would lose and cry because I have no idea. I think when I first started hearing about it and reading about it and seeing it online was maybe 5 years ago, 4 years ago. Something like that. Maybe a little bit longer. But if money was on the line and somebody said 5, 10, 15, or 20 years, what are you going to pick for an approximate? I would say about 5 years ago is when I first started to hear about it. So I don't know if that's wrong or not, but I am completely ignorant to this world. Totally ignorant. But now that I've done it, now that I see this, I really hope that we can see more diamond paintings of mine in the future. And I know my little army, you lovelies are super supportive and you love to see this, and some of you have purchased it, and I totally appreciate it, and I'm not pressuring anybody at all to purchase it. But it's kind of dependent on whether the Diamond Art Club members, and it's not really an exclusive club, but Diamond Art Club devotees, if their audience resonates with this artwork and they love it, then there will likely be more. So it's dependent on us, yes, but also on them, because my audience, as you can see, is incredibly small. Very, very, very small. Growing steadily, but very, very, very tiny. I can pull you all in for a spooky little hug, but not too close, please, because everybody's getting Lysoled because, this germaphobe over here, no ma'am, not without the Lysol. I am truly awful at getting the rhinestones back in the bags. It's always a struggle. I always spill a few. And then I find stragglers like this. Okay, what's next? A 9. Where am I going to find a 9? Let's see. Where's my bag? 9, here we go. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. So I was thinking, I'm gonna finish this boring last section of 4s, little 4s, just a bunch of grays. I forgot that the 4s are a fun part. They're more of these AB crystals. So it looks like the top portion of it is going to be super iridescent and sparkly, which is fabulous. We love that. Ooh, they're pretty. I love them in the colors. It looks cute. But there's something about a sparkly gray that is just... Does that not look like a disco ball? That's probably what my problem is. It looks like a disco ball and it's turning me into a magpie. But absolutely, my favorite of the AB crystals are the grays. I've not used any of the whites yet. It might be the whites and the grays. I know, I'm super boring that way. But look how beautiful. It's super disco. I love it. Wait, I am supposed to be using these, right? The number 4. Yes, ma'am. You are correct. Has anyone done that? Has anyone just made a total mistake and placed all of the incorrect ones in the wrong spots and then just said, screw this. It's just going to stay that way? I would imagine so. If you make a mistake on, 4 or 5 of them, fine, no big deal, but a huge swath of it, has anybody screwed that up? Oh my God. I would be annoyed, but then at the same time, I would just leave it. It's my unique twist, bitches. It's going to stay like that, okay? It's cool. And why not? You should. Why correct it? If you sat there and started picking out the colors, picking them off the canvas to start over, why do you torture yourself that way? See, that's when things stop being fun, is when you start treating them with adult rigidity. No, we don't have time for that in my sandbox. No, ma'am, get out of here with that. If you screw it up, you run with it. If you fall on stage and embarrass the hell out of yourself, get up, keep it moving, get up. There's no crying and diamond painting, okay? Ask me if I feel that way when I spill a bunch of bags of crystals on the floor. Oh, then there will be crying and diamond painting. Because picking these up off the carpet is the absolute worst. The absolute worst. I love the gray. Absolutely. In this particular shade of gray, because I have placed, or rather, did this one include some darker AB crystals, some darker gray? I'm not sure, but this particular kind of medium dark, cool gray. Oh God, I love it. It's just so pretty. This stupid multi-placer is so satisfying, my God. I saw a bizarre tool. I don't know if this is something that has been in existence since the conception of diamond painting as a whole, but it was a roller. You roll the thing, I suppose, in your tray, and you pick up as many as you possibly can, and you just roll them onto your canvas. I don't suppose that could be entirely effective if everything's not perfectly aligned straight, but I like the idea of it. If you have that thing, let me know. It's like a medieval torture device, though, honestly. Yeah, that's where we're going to stop for the night. We are going to just finish up all of the little fours, and then I'm going to go on my merry way. And I'm not going to chat through all of it. I'm just going to continue working on this and chat my way out. So thank you for joining me. I'm not going to do a full outro because we are going to combine 2 sessions into this video. But that being said, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you in 2 seconds while we continue this. Welcome back. You didn't miss me. You didn't miss me. You didn't even know I was gone, or at least you couldn't tell I was gone. We have had our first boo-boo. It has been a couple of days since I've worked on this, and I lost the stopper for this. Now, I have found that in a pinch, shoving this in there kind of does the job. It's fairly adequate, but I did lose the stopper and I'm annoyed. I only work on this here at my coffee table, but I vacuum. So put 2 and 2 together. It may have fallen off the coffee table and I vacuumed it up. But we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And today is going to be a whole lot of boring nothing. I believe some of these are going to be the AB crystals that I've been gushing about. But for the most part, it's a bunch of grays. I asked in my previous Sparkle Chat. Ooh, Sparkle Chat. Sparkle Chat. Don't you love the corny title for this series? I didn't know what else to call it. It needed to be short and sweet. I didn't know what else to call it. So I thought, you know, what am I doing? I'm working on something sparkly and I'm chatting. So Sparkle Chat. So that's what it was. No, that's not the official jingle for Sparkle Chat. But anyway, as I was saying before, as usual, I am sidetracked by my own nonsense. In the previous episode, the first official episode, I asked if anybody was a single placer. And by that I mean the masochists who do not use this multi-placer tool. And sure enough, I got one of you responding saying, I'm too much of a control freak to use that multi-placer. So kudos to you. I think you are absolutely out of your mind, and I respect that. But me, that is not my life. That is not my journey, as you can see. I am thrilled to have this thing. But I can see how that could help somebody zone out by tuning into a tedious activity such as perfect placement of these little sparkly bits. So there you go. So that was a fun little tidbit to mention. So the name of the Queen E Designs, I believe it was. So girl, if you're watching, I think you're nuts, and I'm thinking about you in this session. I say that as I place the singles. How apropos. So what has been going on since our previous session? Not a whole lot. Today was an extremely productive day. My goodness, I packaged a good healthy chunk of orders, most of them for my brand Cat Eyes and Cacti, a few for my personal brand, and then I got some work done for Coco Naughty. Coco Naughty, if you don't know what that is, follow my Instagram and or take a peek at my vlog for June, my first vlog that I uploaded in June. Assuming that it is still up online by the time you're watching this video, but I don't see why I would delete the video. But in any case, watch that vlog and I discuss my new brand that I am launching in October called Coco Naughty. So I did some work for that. Let's see, I packaged orders, did some Coco Naughty work, and what else did I do today? Listed some fresh stickers in the Etsy shop, both of the shops, both Cat Eyes and Cacti and my personal brand. And just did a lot of other, I'll say it. It's not as though I'm showing you. I started working on the interior for my next coloring book. Still a ways off. I would like to ideally have that book out sometime in July, perhaps. That would be on my regular schedule. March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, it would have to be out no later than the end of July, or else I will destroy my schedule, and we can't do that. I have been on schedule with my coloring books every 3 to 4 months for the previous few years, so it's got to be done. So that will be a priority this month. Oh, I also did a little bit of Patreon work. So today was super productive, and now we're just winding down with mindless diamond painting. I don't like the title or the term painting for this. I am right. It's also referred to as 3D painting. I don't like that. It's not painting. I mean, it's a cute term, I suppose, but it's not really painting. But what would be a better word for it? I don't know. I guess it's the best thing that they could come up with, right? Because color by number, I mean, obviously you're coloring by the number. This is what, placing rhinestones by number? See, that's just not a catchy, that's not, a catchy phrase. You can't say that. So kudos to whoever created the title. Little stroke of genius there. Yeah. Today's session won't be too long. I am trying to wind myself down. I am making an effort to not be on the computer up until bedtime because it's just not going to settle my brain if I continue to do that. Now, I'm the type of person who can work throughout the night until I'm absolutely exhausted and then I can hit the bed and sleep. But my sleeping habits are awful. As everybody already knows, my rhythms are completely off. I can go to sleep at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning and be up at 8 o'clock ready to go as if nothing happened the night before. I'll just pop out of bed naturally. And that's not good. And I've told you, I don't know if it was in my previous session that I discussed this or in the first. God, I don't even remember. I don't remember. Truly. But the melatonin-induced night terrors are not good. They're beginning to annoy me. They are not occurring every night, but when they do, oh my God. Last night's was especially horrendous, and I won't get into the details of it because it was pretty bad and really weird, but when I woke up, I realized that what had been affecting that particular terror was the fan on my back. I know that sounds really strange, but the sensations of like something being behind me and this particular dream, nightmare, night terror, whatever you want, was so horrendous that it actually is the reason why I woke up. Like it caused, I mean, they generally do cause me to wake up, but this one elicited a physical reaction. The back of my neck was sore and my jaw was actually clenched as if, I don't know if I was trying to speak, if I was trying to scream, I don't know what, but it was absolutely horrendous. And I mean, me being me, I rolled over, took a sip of water, went to the restroom and thought, that was hideous, and promptly fell back to sleep. So I was able to fall back to sleep. It's not causing any sort of psychological damage, but damn, it was unpleasant. I would prefer that did not continue happening, so I am not taking melatonin tonight. Although, you know what? I don't think I took it last night. I don't recall taking it last night. What's happening? Are these melatonin withdrawals now? Oh my God, is that even possible? I don't believe so. I don't know. Who knows? But it was yuck central, let me tell you. Maybe my own brain is playing tricks on me because I was hee-hee-ha-haing my last weird dream in which I was trapped in the African safari or on the African savannah with no protection in the house. Remember that story? Maybe my brain said, oh, you thought that was bad. Bitch, please, let me give you something even more horrendous. Believe it or not, it was more horrendous than that. Oh, goodness. So much gray in this session today. I think I'm going to finish all of the ones that are this symbol. It's a little plus sign. And then we're going to call it for this episode, because I would like to get one of these videos up every week, if possible. So I won't drag it out more than I need to. Okay, but I'm loving this multi-placer. Truly, truly, truly. I mean, look how quick it's going by with it. It's a rather large section, though. I shouldn't run my mouth until I'm a little bit further in. Look at the ease with which it just finesses these little sparkly bits into place. I hate this picker-upper, though. This wax grabber thingamabob. Can't stand it. I feel as though the wax it runs out too quickly, or I'm just an ogre who has no idea what she's doing. But there has to be a higher quality solution out there, I'm sure. I'll tell you what, if any of my other pieces of artwork become a diamond painting, I will invest in a higher quality wax picker-upper thing. Deal? We're doing pretty good though. This is moving along. And I think this is, I'm almost out of these gray bits. I'm gonna have to open another little bag of them. Well, that's reassuring. Oh, I can be a bit heavy-handed, as you have probably already gathered. Yeah, maybe I won't do this entire session on film today, because it's actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's a lot more than I thought it was. But I will certainly finish it off camera, so you don't have to hear me drone on over these grays anymore. Well, I say that, but let's just keep it moving. So what else can we talk about? I don't know. Nothing exciting has occurred to me since I previously sat down to film one of these. Everything has been fairly calm, which is nice. Trying to think. Any announcements? It's difficult because I'm working on so many things right now, and most of which are projects that I can't reveal to you all. And that's unfortunate, but you gotta keep things that way. We love a surprise, and for my own creative protection, I suppose, I can't tell people what I'm up to, because I have had issues with les copycats in the past. There was a time, if you are one of my coloring book enthusiasts, there was a time when I would tease my coloring books months in advance. I would show behind the scenes, I would show line art in progress, I would show finished line art, and I would reveal everything except for the title and the book cover. And it was fun. It was fun playing these little guessing games with my audience. People were getting the sneak peek, how I create a book, and they were along with me for the entire journey, from initial concept to the day that I received the coloring book in my hand. And I have to admit that it kind of killed the magic for me just a little bit, because I would have never thought in a million years that anyone out there even knew who I was and was, for lack of a better term, spying on what I was doing. They were keeping an eye on it. And literally, and I'm not going to name names, please do not ask me to name names, but literally within weeks of my releasing a book, I'm not even going to say if it's one person or multiple, so I'm just going to say this entity, which could be multiple people, could be one person, I'm not going to say, so please don't speculate. But within weeks of my releasing a book that was months in the works, this individual would slap together haphazard artwork in an incredibly similar theme, often with close-ish titles as well to the book. But the thing is that my coloring books are, although the artwork is unique, thematically, many of my books, well, many of them, no, not really, but a good chunk of them, I should say, oh my God, the theme, I'm oh my godding the fact that I'm getting rhinestones everywhere. The theme is fairly generic. And I'm talking about books such as, well, no, I'm not even, look, I don't even want to give anybody the fuel to go track down the entities that I'm referring to, the copycat entities. But within weeks, they would release something similar. And I just thought, damn, is nothing sacred? Can people not think for themselves? And it's not as though I'm gatekeeping any particular book themes. It's not that. But it's the fact that they are ruining the creative process for me as an artist, because it is very clear to me that some people out there create to simply earn money. Now, I clearly create and like to earn money from my work because it thrills me to be able to support myself with my passions, but some people are not necessarily as passionate. It's a money grab in many ways. These people do not interact with their audience, or they're lazy about it, and it kills me because their audience doesn't see it. I clearly see it, but their audience does not. And it's just like, damn, can you just have an original thought in your head and allow me to have fun with my passions and with the people who appreciate all of the hard work that I put into what I do? Because now, ever since that started happening, I feel a void when I'm working on a coloring book because I have to work in secret. I have to work privately. I can't share anything. Now, with Patreon, I have been able to share some behind the scenes, but even then I'm a little scared to do so as well. Not because I don't trust my patrons, because I have my ride or dies over there, but I have run into some strange issues with patrons as well. Now, these people are gone now, but I'm just saying that I just don't feel all that secure sometimes. So unfortunately, I have to toil away in secret and in silence and then reveal coloring books the week before they're released. Kind of hate that. I truly do. Musicians get to tease their music weeks, months in advance. They get to share the creative process, and I can't do that, and it bothers me so much. Okay, so I'm refilling my little baggie or my little tray here, but there's a mild anxiety creeping in. Why do I feel as though this is not going to be enough gray for the entire piece? I could be wrong, but it appears that way. It's a mild anxiety. I don't like it. I don't like it. You hear my dog in the background. He's hacking because he's chewing on I don't know, some kind of weird jerky thing. Shoot. Oh, this border over here is looking rough. I will fix it off camera. The single placer out there is going, see? That's why I placed them individually. Hey, you'll never convince me. You'll never convince me. This is just going to be the session in which I gush over this multi-placer. I'm telling you, I live and die for this thing. This section was so intimidating to me. Not intimidating, like, oh my god, I'm not going to be able to do it because I suck. No, not like that. But even though I've been at this for a few hours now, I see these large swaths of one color and I think, oh, hand to forehead, this is misery. This is going to take me eons to complete, and I'm whizzing right through it. And I've not had any major disasters, by the way, only a few minor rhinestone spills, but nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. All has been well. Oh, as one of them shoots out somewhere. I don't know. So what should we do with this on the last day? Should we have like a little spooky, sparkly party, a little Halloween party? Because I don't know. I anticipate, let's see, it is June. It's creeping up on mid-June at the moment, but June, July, August, September, I should have this done by Halloween, right? If I don't skip any weeks, right? That seems about right. Let's see, June. When did I start it? Late May. It's about a month, 2. Yeah, maybe. We'll see where we are at that point. I've been saying for ages that when this channel reaches 3,000 subscribers, we are going to start doing live videos, maybe live sparkle chats would be fun. So then you guys can laugh at me in real time when I spill something and then lose myself in a barrage of expletives because I have rhinestones strewn about the apartment. That would be fun-ish, yeah? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to the 3,000 subs. If you have not subscribed, please do so because that's going to help us to get to the live streams. And the reason that I chose that as a number, it was a bit of an arbitrary decision, but at around the 1,500 mark, 200 or 2,000 mark, that is when people began inquiring about live video. And I thought, yeah, live would be fun, but my channel is so itty bitty. I have 1,500 subscribers that nobody's going to show up to my live stream. So I promised that when I had more people, because the larger my audience is, the larger the chances are that at least 5 to 10 people will show up to the lives, right? Because I don't want to be speaking to dead air, and especially when a healthy chunk of my subscribers are international. So we are all on wildly different time zones. So to avoid that problem, I thought, okay, I want to have X amount of subscribers so that I could at least be guaranteed a small audience. And we're creeping up there. We are creeping up there. We are at about 2,800 right now. So help your girl subscribe, and I will see you guys in a live chat someday. I think Bentley got annoyed with my making fun of his chewing because he actually got up and went to the other room. Like, excuse me, are you seriously telling everybody that I'm a sloppy eater? Listen, he is the one that was hacking in the background. Not me. He heard me. What? Why are you staring at me? You want to say hi to everybody? Say, I hear you talking about me. Stop it. Stop it. Show everybody your feetsies. Oh, feetsies. Oh, puppy feet. Puppy feet. Oh, puppy feet. Show everybody your feet. He's getting annoyed with me. He's like, let me go. Let me go. Let me go, you monster. You monster. Tell everybody what happened to you today. Tell everybody what happened to you today. Are you embarrassed? You shouldn't be embarrassed. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. I've done it many times. So, we all know that I'm not the type of person who encourages idle chatter when I'm going about my business. What do I mean by that? Okay, let me explain. First of all, let me take a sip. Okay. If I'm on my way to the post office, to the mailbox, if I am retrieving groceries from my car, if I am dumping the garbage, if I am walking the dog, etc., etc., more often than not, I'm simply trying to go about my business and go back inside. Unless I'm walking the dog, in which case I like to take my time. We enjoy our walks, but I want to enjoy my walk with my dog. Not with other people, just me and him, chilling out, going for a walkie. Just me and my buddy, okay? So when I'm out doing my thing, it annoys me when people stop to talk to me. It's a waste of time. If, for instance, I'll give you this example. If I'm taking my groceries out of the car, it might be over 100 degrees outside, and truly all I want to do is get the groceries inside, put them away, and go about my day. I don't want to be trapped outside in conversation, just idle conversation with a neighbor. I can't stand it. And the thing is this causes a lot of my neighbors to hate me, which I really don't give a damn about, truthfully. But people are like, God, what an unfriendly bitch, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, no, I'm sorry, but if I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to talk to you. I'm busy. Today, I took Bentley out, and when it's this hot, he doesn't do well in the extreme heat. He enjoys going outside for poopies and peepees, and we stay in the shade, and our longer walks are in the evening, of course. But today I took him out for his evening pee-pee poopy, and I got trapped by a neighbor talking to me. Now here's the thing. Even though it annoys me to no end, if it's a harmless neighbor, ultra friendly, non-problematic, I grin and bear it, and I just engage back for a little while, because I'm always the first one to excuse myself. But poor little Bentley and I were trapped in conversation with this neighbor, and poor Bentley sat on an anthill, and he didn't notice, and neither did I, until he was covered in ants. Poor dog. And having a conniption. So I'm out there like, oh my God, get off my dog, you stupid ants. Because they are not necessarily the big scary fire ants, the desert ants, but they do bite. And when it's a lot of them, it's like, it's a twitch attack, it's a twitch attack. And he had a twitch attack outside. He was throwing himself on the ground and twitching, and what is crawling on me? They're in between my toes. And they were in between my toes too. It was terrible. But yeah, he had an ant adventure today. He's okay, don't worry, it was just ants. But I felt bad, because when these bastards latch onto you, they latch on hard. Let me tell you a horror story with the ants. Vomit. Okay, I had one of the big, huge, scary, heavy, not a fire ant, but a big monster of an ant, giant ant, latch on to my leg, to the back of my knee, just right at the joint where your kneecap bends. No, not your kneecap, but you know what I mean, where your leg bends at your kneecap. It latched onto me, and it was biting me so hard that I tried to flick it away, And it was such an aggressive little SOB that when I tried to flick it away, I kind of like flick. Its head, its biting pincers remained embedded in my leg. So I had a big ant head attached to my leg. Oh, it was grotesque. It was grotesque. Oh my God, I'm still traumatized. Oh, grotesque. 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 I don't understand how, especially during the summertime, go to the craft stores and you see all the cute little ant motifs, little cute little ants with the strawberries and the cute little ants with the watermelon. Oh, cute, cute. No, they're not cute. I can't stand ants. They bite. And speaking of biting insects, this is a bizarre conversation today, but let me tell you, because I live in the desert, okay? I live in the wild. It is truly otherworldly out here. Flies. The giant flies, and I looked it up and I can't remember what kind of fly. I don't believe they're the horse flies, but it's a large fly that has black and white stripes. They're very common, they're huge. They almost look like zebras. They're black and white striped, large flies with red eyes. Those bastards bite too. I was outside once again, walking the dog, and I don't know if they were attracted to the sunscreen or what that I was wearing, but I felt a pinch on my elbow, and it was quite a strong pinch, and at first I thought it was one of those damn ants again, and I looked, it was a fly. It was a fly. All my life, I never knew that flies bit. The trauma was real. The trauma was real. I shouldn't be talking about these things before bed because now we know what today's melatonin nightmare is going to be about. No, I'm not taking the melatonin today. Although I'm telling you that I don't believe I took it yesterday. And so I don't know what that horrendous dream was about. Oh my God. Today's conversation. I would apologize for the weird turn that this diamond chat took. Sparkle chat, excuse me, but why would I apologize? Such is my brain. I can't help how I am. It is what it is. Our conversations will go down very bizarre paths sometimes, and for better or worse. So either you like it or you don't. I don't know what to tell you. Try living in here. Try living in this brain, okay? Imagine. The universe said, I'm gonna do everyone a solid, and I'm going to infuse this girl with enough crazy for 10 people. So you're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. Cruising. We are cruising. All right, I think this is a safe place for me to stop filming. I am going to finish the rest of this off camera. I'm going to finish this little tray. I believe this entire section here will finish off this tray of rhinestones. Let's go ahead and look over here and see what I missed. There's a few here. So that is going to do it for this episode of Sparkle Chat. I'm hoping that I managed to capture at least 45 minutes worth of footage. If not, try better next time. But I enjoyed hanging out with you. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you are interested in picking up the diamond painting, the link will be down below. I do not, nor will I ever carry this on my website or in my Etsy shop. It can only be purchased directly from the producer of the diamond kit, which is Diamond Art Club. Now, I will have, aside from the link down below, I do have a direct link on my website to the purchase page for this diamond painting. So I'm trying to save you guys the trouble here. If you bookmark anything, please bookmark my website, because with any major updates and sales, such as items for sale, such as this diamond painting, I will always have them on my website. If you don't or do not care to have an Instagram and all of that, then just bookmark my website. But I will have the link down below and on my website, as I mentioned. And with that being said, I am going to stop filming. So thank you for joining me. Take a look down below. Everything you need to know will always be down below. Links to my socials, my website, and everything else. I hope that you enjoyed this session. It wasn't very eventful, although I have a feeling that most sessions will be pretty uneventful. After all, that is the point of diamond painting, to just chill out and play with rhinestones. So thank you so much. I'm gonna leave now. Be bad, be good. You know I don't give a damn which. Just make sure you come back in one piece. I'll see you in the next one.